Alright, the final part to this series on my hard ventriloquist figures until I eventually get more. This is the oddities section for hard ventriloquist figures, and then after this I'll be uploading soft ventriloquist puppets. So the first one I'm going to show you guys is this Brian Hamilton creation from 1977. I purchased him in 2017. We got Tommy Knots. And now, Tommy Knots was known to be a Frank Marshall novelty creation to get people into his figures, like a little sample kind of figure. But this is the much more rare Brian Hamilton version. Brian didn't make a lot of these. Dan Willinger had a couple. I bought this one off Steve Barry, who was a friend of mine. But he's got moving mouth only, head only, and he's just perfect for walkarounds. I can't take his head off because there's a piece of elastic that holds him in, much like a Frank Marshall figure. Brian made the body like with the splines and the sloped shoulder boards. And when Brian did this, he just used a piece of brass to be the lever. What's great about this little guy is that he's perfect for walkarounds. You could take him out at a restaurant even and just cause absolute mayhem with him. And I just love it. And I think chaotically, I know you can't organize through nothing. Okay, now. What? I'm just speaking the truth. Right. Anyways, so we got Tommy Knots, just this cute little guy. Oh, he also has these little wood-carved hands. And also the feet are little wood-carved feet. So, just the cutest little guy. So I'm going to put him over here. Our next novelty is rather cold. That's right, it happens to be a great day for ice cream. So this little guy was created in 2018 by Austin Phillips of Phillips Puppets. I will have the link in the description to go to his website if you are interested in one of these. He does still make them. So we got this little ice cream cone. He's got the mouth only, but it's actually a piece of leather, what they call a living mouth or an English mouth in our ventriloquist community. And then he also has stick-out tongue. And then when you tilt the cone, it dictates his eyes going left and right, just on a weighted system. And on that little lever right there, that's how you work the mouth. And then you pull a little farther, tongue comes out. Very simple, great for walkarounds. I love this little guy. That's right, here's up the ice cream. Yeah, there has the ice cream to lick your neck. I'm having too much fun here. Anyways, on to our next one here. I actually made this guy back in 2017. I was new to figure making, so excuse some of the roughness on him. But the circus is in town. Doesn't have clothes yet or nothing. I never really bothered. But there's just something I really love about just the beat-up hobo clown look that Emmett Kelly made famous. So he's got just the... Look at this guy. He's seen way better days than what he's been through. Missing a shoe. No, I found one. So anyways, he's got the little head. Goes back and forth. Slot jaw movement only for the face. What's really cool was when I made this guy, he was made to go with a larger figure. I never made the larger figure, but the larger figure was also going to be a clown. The problem is people are so scared of clowns, and when I made this guy back in 2017, it was still huge. So Stephen King's it. So he's got the mouth, and at the back of his neck, which actually through the years broke and came out, he had a fish line. And that would run through the bigger figure's body, and when you pulled it, it would also move his mouth. And so he'd be controllable from one hand inside of another puppet. Jeff Dunham did similar with Peanuts' Little Jeff, but Jeff Dunham did it with like a hi-hat cymbal foot pedal. So anyways, that's this little hobo clown. Pretty rough. Posable arms, which is not very common on a ventriloquist figure. There's not much else I can say. I never did much with him, but maybe one day I'll revisit it. But he's a cute little guy. I don't find clowns scary. Sorry, guys. There's nothing scary about clowns. On to our next one, huh? This guy will be for sale at the Van Haven convention. I built him this year. He's just a head. He doesn't have a body or nothing. I just kind of ran out of time to do the body, to be honest. So depending how I can pack for my flight, I might bring this guy with and offer him for sale on one of the tables. But we got this little blue Yeti. He's got slot jaw mouth movement there. He has raising eyebrows, which are a little uneven. There's a little flaw in there, but kind of builds character. He's got left and right non-self-centering eyes done on that control right there. It's like a Dan Pace figure. And then the novelty animation this guy has, flapping ears. So just this silly blue Yeti. So I've thought of some ideas if I used him in my act, but I'd rather just offer him for sale. I mean, he was originally made to be for sale, and you got my insignia and the year on there. So if I ever get famous, you'll have a piece of my signature.
You're not gonna get famous.
You don't think I'm gonna get famous?
No, because you're not a cute little blonde girl who can sing.
Alright, you go over there. So this last ventriloquist figure I want to show you guys on this video before we start getting into the soft puppets. He started my whole journey as a ventriloquist. I've been doing ventriloquism as of this video for 17 years, and this guy was the beginning of me being a ventriloquist. Made by Juro Novelty Company. It's the Mortimer Snerd model. Purchased out of JCPenney's catalog. My parents got them for me back in, what year was that? 2007 maybe? I don't even know what year that is. So, anyways, we got mouth movement. ThrowThings upgraded him from the basic model. ThrowThings is going out of business, and it makes me incredibly sad to see. A lot of young ventriloquists got their start from ThrowThings, so it's a real bummer, and I've been pretty sad about it, seeing it. I love seeing young ventriloquists get their start, and he's got that. So, Juro body, very basic. His shoes disappeared over the years. I'll show you guys the head stick, because the coolest thing about these is that when ThrowThings did these upgrades, they did a hell of a job making them look like professional figures. If I can find... They're incredibly difficult to get out. You know, we're gonna go an alternative method because I like to make things work. Yeah. So you go inside. We're gonna show you this way. If I can get that up. Alright, so he's got the brow lever right there. Makes the eyebrows go. They would do this wood ball. You can see that. That wood ball goes side to side. Dictate the eyes. And then the V-shaped lever that's way up does the mouth. Sorry guys, it's just too hard to get the head out of the body. So we're gonna toss him over here. I want to say, Mortimer, thank you for everything for my journey as a ventriloquist, and I hope for many, many more years of doing it. And folks, I want to thank you guys for watching these videos that I upload, watching shows that I upload, any performance clips I have, or any just miscellaneous fooling around videos I do too. You guys are awesome. I'm grateful for every one of you. And within the next few days here, I'm going to get the rest of these uploads uploaded. So, thank you guys so much. And I also have footage coming from some more shows this summer and our ventriloquist convention. You won't want to miss it, folks. Stay tuned.